Life can be so challenging, why don't you take a break? Reach into your drawers or your closet or your pocket, let's see what we can make. Lifecraft!
Welcome to Lifecraft! We have a bunch of tea-themed crafts for you today.
Let's do a daily craft formation. I am grateful for my hands that craft. I am grateful for my brain that guides my hands. I am grateful for my heart that guides my brain. Let's get crafting!
We've got this beautiful plate that used to belong to our grandmother.
We've got a teacup as well.
They're bone china from England.
Our grandma was a stern woman, but she liked feminine things.
She wore wool underwear, but she also liked satin. We would like to have these items on display in order to remember her better.
Now you're going to need a plate, a plate hanger of some sort. So we also have a glue gun. Again, just safety-wise, you don't want to really touch the tip of that. It can blister your finger. Blister in the Sun was a good song.
Grandmother was a femme, and she was also violent.
Well, I wouldn't call her violent, Christine. I think that's taking it too far.
Well, I guess they had different ways of rearing children.
She used a switch, but that was common at the time. And she had chickens, and you can't eat a live one. So you can't really fault her for breaking their necks with her bare hands. Glue sticks for the glue gun. We have some
split peas.
We
have a hardware hook, Sharpies. A teacup doesn't hold a full cup, but it holds 3/4 of a cup.
And Christine did check multiple teacups. It wasn't just this one.
It was all of them held exactly 3/4 of a cup. Cups were just smaller back then.
And people were also smaller.
They were. I think a lot of people didn't have access to milk.
Grandma had a cow.
She did. She would milk it herself. Our first craft will be to turn this teacup into a measuring cup.
Now, this is easier if you have an existing measuring cup. If you don't, this craft probably isn't for you. You're going to take a nice, accurate measure, nice and flat to the top, and pour it into the teacup.
And the next step is we're going to make a line around the rim. Just going to go along in the inside there.
Yeah,
1.
I think that's perfect.
1/4.
Excellent job.
Okay. Now we're going to fill it again with another 1/4 cup so that we have 2/4 or 1/2.
It's that easy.
Now to measure a full cup, all you would have to do is to measure the full 3/4 and then add an extra 1/4 cup.
Measure with your teacup.
Now that we've got our measuring cup created, we're going to make a really special place to hang it.
Let's put a blob of glue there.
How does that feel?
There we are. That feels nice and secure on the plate. Lovely.
If you have a more minimalist style or maybe more modern style, you may even want to just stop here. And what did that take? 3 minutes?
Not even.
I have some small mirrors that I found at the dollar store. If you had an old mirror from a compact or a jewelry box that's no longer, maybe the little ballerina doesn't spin any longer, you could use that instead.
You could use broken bits of mirror.
You could. That would be sharp. So watch your hand.
And also watch out for bad luck.
Do you believe in that?
Yes.
What do you do when you break a mirror?
Usually, I just prepare for 7 years of bad luck.
Oh, that's too bad. Maybe you could try a smudge. Collect some sage on the hill and burn it up.
That's true.
That's what I do.
You do that all the time.
Only if I'm concerned about bad luck following me. I just smudge it away. It works instantly. Shall we place those down in a pleasing, maybe one at 12 o'clock?
There we go.
Now we'll just put some hot glue on these.
Look how beautiful it looks. Now you may not have access to pretty china like us, But there's a lot of tea-themed crafts you can still make with things you have around the house. Now, first off, you don't really think tea when you think tampons, do you?
I don't.
However, these make a great drip catcher, and they already have an inbuilt string.
Excellent.
I already have one prepared. What I did was I beaded the string, and I tied the end to the very end. And now this can sit on your spout and catch those pesky drips.
No more tea stains on your tablecloth.
And we all have special friends that we used to play with but have outgrown.
This guy was just sitting in a box. Christine carried him absolutely everywhere with her from the time, geez, you must have been 6, 7, 8, 9.
All the way up to 13.
13 years old, for years.
Ralph always went everywhere with me. If we just take his head and hollow it out, the next thing you need to do is make a hole in the back for the handle. And you want to make an incision either in the mouth or the nose.
Adorable.
And we have a lovely tea cozy. Would you like some tea?
I would love some. Cheers.
Cheers.
Still warm.
Very warm. But for the men, you could always take a cup, add some of their interests onto it. I found this little golf set at Value Village for only $1.99.
Excellent.
What I did was I took the green and it becomes a lovely steeping hat. Using the tampon applicator, I made a little caddy bag.
Perfect.
The golf clubs go inside, but they can also be used to stir. Tea itself can become tea time. Or you can use the par in golf for par tea on.
Really cute. Your dad's gonna love that.
4. You'll have to aim better than that.
Hole in one! Thank you for joining us today on Lifecraft.
Amazing what you can do with stuff you have around the house.
I can't wait to craft with you again next time, Christine. I used to really freak out when I was baking and I couldn't find a measuring spoon. But guess what? I measured every spoon in my drawer, and all of these mismatched teaspoons measure exactly a teaspoon. And my soup spoons measure a tablespoon. So now when I'm baking, I've got backup.